My screen is visible to all of you. Just one of you can, if you one of you can confirm, it will be good.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so yeah, so why reverse equals to true? Reverse, so if you do not put reverse equals to true, then you will get sorting in ascending to descending order. Sorry, you will get the sorting in ascending order. But let's say you, if you put the reverse equals to true, and then you get it from descending in descending order. So it depends on your case. Sometimes we need the list to be in ascending order, sometimes we need the list to be in descending order. So that's why we use reverse equals to true is a function. So you go and check in the internet or maybe some places. uh, I think I've shared with you some PDF, but I don't know how good is that. So dot short has a function which is several different values. So reverse is one such of them, and if you put the value of reverse, it, you have the control whether you want to short it in a reverse way or a like which way you want to short. You can do it by using that a dot short function. That's what I feel. Uh, like I think that answers your question, or if there is anything specific, you can ask. Like,
Yeah, I think I got my answer. Otherwise, I'll check it in Google, and then if I have any other question,
I
I'll
will
ask
send
you.
you the detailed functional form of a dot short there you will be able to understand why do we put the reverse. I think yeah, that's the main thing. If you want in ascending, then you just put the double brackets. If you don't want it in ascending, then just do it in that way, right? All right, so I will take the questions later.
Okay.
Any more questions? Then you can just ask. Go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, Say we have the set A, then we use the command pop for 3.
Pop 3.
So pop 3,
Yes.
we get a new A,
uh,
which no, no, that not that A. Uh, at the last portion,
I didn't get
not
you.
in yeah, line in line 78. We
Yes.
have 3 in the set A.
uh,
I consider this A. Now we use the command pop A, then pop A3, then we get a new A which contains only 4.0, 6.9 and 9.9. So my A is getting changed. Then why is there any way to get the original A again
no there,
without
no,
using the
no, no.
command not append?
No, you do not have any other way to get the thing back to the original form. That is the reason why we say list are mutable. So you can cut the thing, but you cannot go back to the original. No, so that's why the most recommended thing, which I always say to everyone, just make a copy of the list. I've shown somewhere. So you can just make a copy of the list, perform whatever operations you want, and then get back your original thing. But once you have started operating on your original list, and if you do not have a copy, it's very difficult. It's not possible. I don't know whether it is possible in a single line command to get the original content of the list. Let's say you have a list and you are forget remove or pop. You want to you have a list and you have used the ascending or descending thing, right? Once you have sorted in ascending order or descending order, you cannot go back to the original list. So that information is lost. So you should be careful while you are using list. You should make a copy of your list before performing any operation. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So any more questions? All right, if no more questions, then I'll go to the next part. So next part is delete a segment. So how do we delete a segment? 1 second. So as I have told you, if let's say, okay, I don't know if my A is still there or not. I don't know, I need a big one. 7, 5. 7.2, 2.2. Wait, what happened? Yeah, you can see my screen, right? Yeah, 2.2. Okay, that's fine. So now let's say I have this list and I want to delete a particular, so I want to delete these three values, right, from the list. So can anyone tell me how do I get a list which contains these three values? Can anyone tell me? How do I get a list? What should I write here? A colon, what should I write here and here to get these three values? There can be two answers, of course. One is if you go from the starting way and one is in the reverse way. Just drop your answers in the chat or you can just speak up. Yeah, anyone? No one is answering. That's strange. All right, I got some answers. Okay, 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 5, 1 to 4. Okay. So what, as I said, this is the, what is the index of this? This index is 1. Okay, so most of you got 1 is correct. And I want till 9.9. So what is the index of 9.9? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this index is 4. And if I want, so what was the syntax? If you remember, all of you, somewhere I wrote it. I remember. Yeah. So A of starting point colon ending point minus 1. So what is the number here? 0, 1, 2, 3. So am I making a mistake? 0, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm making a mistake. Something. Sorry, that will be plus 1. Yes. 1 to 4. I made a mistake here. That will be plus 1. Anyways, you correct it. So this is how we get it, and some people have got the answers correct also. Most of you have got the answers correct. That's how I get it. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and then plus 1, not minus 1. Sorry for that. So 1 colon 4 will give you 4, 6.9 and 9.9, right? And now if you want to delete this from, okay, I have already run it, I think. Oh no, I made a mistake here, so I just need to run. Yes. So what I did here, I'll explain. So this list A colon 1 comma 4, that I am deleting from the main list A using the command del. Remember, you should not do this in 2 steps, because if you are doing it in 2 steps, the computer will think that this is the new value of A, and then it will delete that value, and then you will end up with a null set. So what I'm doing is that in one step I am deleting. So I'll repeat this, what I have done. Deleting. If I make a spelling mistake, then I'm sorry. Deleting, right? Or Ting, wait, I even anyways, deleting a subset, not set, sub list from a list. So I define what is my sub list here, and then I use the command del to remove those elements. So this is how I delete this thing. So this is how you can delete something from a list. That's what this function is for. Now you want to insert something. Okay, insert I'm not showing because that is your homework. You should I asked you somewhere here that how do you insert some element at a particular position. So I'll give you a hint. You have something called dot insert, and then you have let's say, okay, so you have a position and then you have the number. or string, whatever. So this is your functional form. So let's say a dot insert or whatever, then you specify its position and then you specify its number, then you should be able to insert. But I'm not showing it to you. You try it on your own. Try inserting some names or number in a given list. You try it on your own. So now let's say I want to find out duplicate elements. So now we'll make a small transition from list to set. So transition from list to set. So yeah, we still have 10 more minutes, so we'll just do it. So not mark down this heading. So we'll make a small transition from list to set. So what was the first property of list? First property of list was you should be able to remove, delete, cut, copy, anything else, right? Now that is a major property of a list. So now coming to set, what is a major property of a set? Major property of a set is that your number should not be repeated at any cost. Be it a string, be it whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, it should not repeat. That is what a set is about, right? So let's say I have a list, a equals to I'll use a number list 1 2 4 6 7 1 4 6 8 9 1. Okay, and now this is a list. All of you agree till what I have taught? I guess this much I expect from you people to understand that this is a list. So now let's say if I put set and then I make it a, then if I do it, then you can see the braces changed. This is usually called second bracket or curly braces. Some people, I'm still confused which one is first, which one is second, and which one is third. But this is usually called curly braces. So you can see this is a set. You have something in curly braces here, and none of the values are repeated, and all the values are shorted. So this is what a set looks like. So the property of set is, the major property of set is, of course, it has to be in curly braces, and your values should not repeat. That is very important. You should be careful with this. So let's say if I now print a, then what should I get? I'll get the list because I have not saved it somewhere. So let's say b equals to set a, and now if I print b, so this is a set. So if you want to go from a list to a set, just write set within brackets of that number. This is another way how you can remove the duplicates from a list. So this is see, no one is going to teach you things stepwise, like okay, to delete something, to remove something. You have to know what all features are there, and then according to your cases you have to apply. So here, like one example, if let's say you have too much of duplicate values, the best way to do is that take that, convert it to a set, and then reconvert it to a list. Now how do you reconvert it into a list? It's pretty simple. So again, list within bracket b. So you can see that I got it in the list form. So now if I write it b, so it's, wait, no, I just need to save this. B is equals to b dot list. Yeah, so see, so this can be a very good problem also. Forget about set and all, whatever these things are. You have a list of numbers where you have too many duplicate values and you want to get rid of the duplicate values. Best thing is that you convert it into a set. Set always have only one values or unique values. Once you convert it into a set, then you reconvert it into a list. Oh, but this is not what the set can do. I just showed one example to you people so that you can understand what usually a set does. That's what I wanted to share with all of you. And remember, for a list, your multiplication or something like that do not work in a very similar fashion. So let's say I have a into 2. If I do it, what should I get? I get the repeated numbers. So first this list will come and then this list will come. So do not expect that this 1 will get multiplied into 2, 2 will get multiplied into 4. There are other ways of doing it, but not this. Remember, same. So this is one of the thing. And if you want to add two lists, let's say A plus B, so it will just join them, join the two lists. So it will just take the first list and then it will take the second list and then it will just join them. That's how the addition of this list works. So that's the whole part of it. So whatever you do, it will just put the lists sidewise. No, it's not going to do any kind of mathematical operations in this list. That's what I wanted to tell you people, that this is the thing. That's I think that's what I wanted to share with you. All right, one more thing I will do, and I will stop today here. So I will do this. Nested list. So I will do nested list today and we'll stop here. So nested list means you have 2 lists, two lists together. So 1 2 3 comma 4 5 6. So you can see here that this is a nested list, or this is a two-dimensional list. So you have one, so number of brackets that is opening will give you number of dimensions. So let's say you want to go to number, so here you denote the position like this, A00 or something like that. Then you get 1, then you just traverse this part, and this is how you get 5. And if you just put A of 1 or A of 0, then you'll get a particular row here. So you can see A of 0 is this, A of 1 is the down row. So this is how you go. And then if you want to go to the particular element, then just put the desired number that you want. So this is how a nested list works. It's same or more or less similar to your normal list. This we usually use for matrix multiplication. We will look into a problem of matrix multiplication maybe in the next class or upcoming class. And I think we are done with most of the list. We do not have anything very specific to do with the list. Next classes we'll look into strings and other features. But I think that's what I wanted to say about list. That's the end of list, at least for now. All right, you can ask question. And okay, there's a request to everyone. Just whenever you are logging into your ID, just use your original name. That will be helpful for me to understand who is actually asking the question. Yeah, so if you have questions, I'll be taking it.
Sir, can you go back to the lines input 95? Yeah,
90.
yeah. Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure. Okay. So A was a list, then B equals to set A.
Yes.
So when we write B equals to list B, why cannot we get the list A back?
I didn't get your question. Can you just repeat once more?
A was a list.
A is a list,
Then,
let's say. Yes, A is a list.
then we write it as set A, then set A equals to B.
You want to
So
write here A, right? That's your question.
no.
Okay,
B is fine.
Yes. Okay.
B equals to set A.
Hmm.
Then B equals to the set which is sorted and in ascending order.
Hmm.
So when we write in the next comment B equals to list B, then we also get the same B. Why? Why we cannot get the set A? Yeah, list A. B is
So,
convert B equals to list B,
hmm,
then also we get the sorted and ascending order B.
yeah,
Is there
because
any way to get the list A back?
no, there is no way to get the list A back, because as I said before, lists are mutable. So once you have done a conversion from one form to another, you cannot go back to the old form. It
Okay.
is not possible to go back. You are getting list B as that form because once you have converted the list B into a set, already the extra duplicate elements are removed. Those locations are not known to B. B does not know. B only knows that I have this number of elements, and then when you are using list B, it's just converting those set to the list. That's it. It doesn't know what's there from ahead. That's the whole thing. We have no idea about the content of A. That's what I want to say. Both are separate. A is a list. A have a memory location, and that's gone. That's finished. Now, once from B, if you have converted once, then B does not know the previous stage, and then when you are reconverting B back to a list, then it will just make a conversion, and it will not know the its predecessor state.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so one more question, I'll take it from FDRG. Is it possible to reconvert the same list from the set which we get from the list? No, it is not possible to reconvert the same list. I think that's the same question which somebody else asked a little before. So it's not possible. Again, I'm saying the motivation of this course is to show you that lists are good. You can do anything. But remember, once that thing is gone, you cannot go back to your old value. So that is one of the, not disadvantage, but that's what lists are for, right? You can take a list, you can cut, you can chop, you can kill anything, but don't expect to get back the previous one unless you have made a copy. So let's say when you will be doing programming independently next time onwards, whatever you are using, make a copy of the list. It's always helpful, because once you have done the program in a long process, then it's very difficult to get back or make sense to the list. Yeah. More questions? Yeah, just you can ask the questions. I think that is fine.
But as I see that some operations on the list changes it, some commands, and some of them don't. For example, the command set A is not changing A.
No, commands which are changing are whenever you are using a dot something. Only those
A
commands.
dot something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
those commands, because you are implicitly like you are taking it and running it on that function. So only those commands will change. Whereas that is actually the answer for one of the question which I asked. What is the difference between short and shorted, something like that, if you remember. So
Yeah.
I gave the answer. But whenever you are using something, some function within bracket, that does not mean that you are changing yeah, so that's the answer to it. If you are writing a dot something, that will definitely change your list, set, or whatever. If you are writing something and then inside that you are passing the function, then it will not
Then
get
A
changed.
remains. So
Yes.
just a quick related question. So all the commands which are like set and within bracket A, is it true that all of them has a dot version as well?
I'm not sure. I did not check that, but I don't think
Fine.
all of them have a dot version.
Okay.
It's unlikely that all of them have a dot version, because whenever you are using a dot version, you are just using only. All right. I think I'll get back to this. I haven't checked, but
Okay.
mostly the answer is no. Not all of
Okay.
them have a dot version, but I will check it out. I'm not sure 100% if it is there. Good question, anyways. Yeah.
Sir, I have
Yeah.
one question.
Yeah.
We are writing it in a way in the Jupyter notebook.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to write after input 82 line.
You want to write after input 82
Is it
line.
possible?
Oh, you want to add a line here, right?
Yeah.
You can just
I want to
insert
write
cell above. Yeah, that's possible.
that. Okay.
Insert, then cell above. That's it.
Okay.
or cell below. If you want to write below, then you can write below. Yeah, other questions, if anyone has, just go ahead.
This is a non-Python question regarding
Yeah.
the logistics of the class. So I was asking about some of the resources, right? And then you mentioned that you have sent a mail. So is it that I have made a mistake because I didn't get a mail with those attachments? So I am just wondering if I have missed out on putting my email ID in some list or anything.
Okay.
Was it a general